The Scarlet Letter is made possible by grants from the National Endowment for the Humanities, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Exxon Corporation, the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, and the Arthur Vining Davis Foundations.
Your clutch is on his life. You cause him to die daily, a living death, and still he knows you not.
This is our fate, Hester Prynne. Let the black flower blossom as it may.
I thought joy was dead in me. Hester, this is already the better life.
The past is gone. Let us not look back.
And now, part 3 of The Scarlet Letter.
One idle and rainy day. In an unfinished room in the Salem Custom House, I, Nathaniel Hawthorne, had the fortune to make a discovery of some little interest. I found the letter. The Scarlet Letter of Hester Prynne.
Hester. Hester.
I'm here.
Hester. Hester. Let me touch the letter. Let me touch it. Please. Please. I want my baby to be strong. I want my baby to... Please.
She'll rest now. Poor thing.
She's very tired.
Bless you.
It's morning, Pearl.
Wake. Is Mr. Singles better, Mother?
You must have something for all you've done.
I ask for nothing.
Tended my wife throughout the night. What will you take?
My leave, Mr. Ingalls, and nothing more. Come, Pearl.
It was only the darkened house that could contain her. When sunshine came again, she was not there. Her shadow had faded across the threshold. The helpful inmate had departed without one backward glance. This might be pride, but was so like humility that it produced all the softening influence of the latter quality on the public mind.
Who is that woman, Uncle?
You've not been here long, Robert, or you'd know her. It's our Hester.
And what, pray, Uncle, is your Hester?
She's known throughout Boston for her kindness to the poor, her help to the sick. If you ever fall ill, Robert, I could wish you a Hester to nurse you back to health.
What does it mean, the A she wears?
It's her symbol of her calling. She never takes it off. She wears it when she sleeps.
A?
Able, Robert. Her womanly strength, her sympathy. Able, that's what people say now. I think it once stood for something else. It's a long time ago, and most have forgot.
So you forgot then, have you, Gabriel?
Well, I say let matters rest.
Did he tell you, Robert, that an Indian drew his arrow against the badge, and that it struck Hester's A, but fell harmless to the ground?
Indeed, Uncle, you did not say your Hester was a saint.
A good woman was what I said.
If you want to hear the story, the truth about Hester Prynne, you come to me, Robert. I'll give you an earful about that black scandal.
Hannah, it's done.
The public is despotic. It is capable of denying common justice, but frequently it awards more than justice when the appeal is entirely to its generosity. Interpreting Hester Prynne's deportment as an appeal of this nature, society had inclined to its former victim a more benign countenance than she cared to be favored with, or, perchance, than she deserved.
Virtuous woman, her price is far above rubies. What are rubies, Mother?
Precious stones.
Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. Mother, what does it mean to be a virtuous woman? Mother, what does it mean to be a woman?
It means that there are many truths, Pearl. But of all truths, this one. That if a woman swerve one hair's breadth out of the beaten track, then the whole universe will make common cause against her.
It is remarkable that persons who speculate the most boldly often conform with the most perfect quietude to the external regulations of society. The thought suffices them without investing itself in the flesh and blood of action. So it seemed to be with Hester.
Are women not meant to be be happy, Mother?
Men to grow? Nay, they're commanded to be happy. True happiness lies only in our obedience. For it to be different than all about must be torn down and built up anew. It's a task 1,000 Ann Hutchinsons could not accomplish.
Who is she, Mother?
A woman who set her spirit above the law. A woman brave enough to make men fear her.
What do men do when they fear women, Mother?
They make them doubt whether it were not better to send the children they bear to heaven at once.
Everything was against her. The child's own nature had something wrong in it. Yet, strengthened by years of hard and solemn trial, Hester no longer felt herself so inadequate to cope with her husband, Roger Chillingworth. The old physician had brought himself near to her level, or perhaps below it, by the revenge which he exacted on an unsuspecting Arthur Dimmesdale.
I would speak with you. It concerns us both.
Ah, is it Mistress Hester? Come to have a word with old Roger Chillingworth. With all my heart. Why, Mistress, I hear good tidings of thee on all hands. No longer ago than yesterday, the council debated whether to remove the Scarlet Letter from thy bosom. On my life, Hester, I did entreat them to do so forthwith.
It lies not in the pleasure of the magistrates. Although they put it on, they cannot take it off. Were I worthy to be quit of it, it would fall away of its own nature or be transformed into something else.
Hey, then wear it if it suits thee better. A woman must needs follow her own fancy touching on the adornment of her person. The letter is gaily embroidered and shows bravely on your breast. What see you in my face that you stare at it so earnestly?
Something that would make me weep if there were any tears bitter enough for it.
Explain yourself.
I see yet another ruin, for which I am partly to blame.
You speak nobly.
Then let it pass. I'm here not to talk of myself, but of him.
Him?
I. Is there a question in your mind of whom I speak?
None. What of him? Speak freely. I'll answer thee.
When last we spoke together, now 7 years past, it was your pleasure to extort a promise of secrecy from me. I have kept silent. I had cast off all duty towards other human beings. Yet there remained a duty towards him, and something whispered me that I was betraying it.
What choice I do? My finger pointed at him would have hurled him from his pulpit and into a dungeon, and from thence unto the gallows.
It had been better so. Since that day, no man is so near to him as you. In permitting this, I have been false to the only man to whom I might have been true.
What evil have I done the man?
Your clutch is on his life. You cause him to die daily a living death, and still he knows you not.
I tell you, Hester, the richest fee that physician ever earned from monarch could not have brought better care than I have wasted on that miserable priest. But for me, his life would have burned away in torment 5 years yet. He does not have the will to survive as you do, Hester. You have worn the Scarlet Letter on your breast, and it has made you strong. But that man... Oh, what a goodly secret. I could shout to all the world.
You would not.
Enough! What the healing arts can do, I have exhausted on him. That he breathes and creeps upon the earth is owing all to me.
Better he had died at once.
Yea, better he had died at once. No mortal has ever suffered as this man has suffered. And all within sight of his worst enemy. The superstitious priest. He fancied himself given over to a fiend. But it was merely the shadow of my presence. Yea, he did not err. There was a fiend at his elbow. A mortal man with once a human heart, made fiend for his especial torment.
You have condemned yourself.
I, by my hand upon him.
Have you not tortured him enough? Has he not paid you all?
No, he has but increased the debt. Hester. Hester. Hester, do you remember me as I was? All my life had been given over to earnest, studious, and thoughtful years. Do you remember?
I do remember.
Quiet years. Faithfully bestowed for the increase of knowledge. For the good of others. Hester. No life was more peaceful, more innocent than mine.
All this you were, and more.
I lacked, you said, warm affections.
Yes.
All that I was. What am I now? I've said the name myself. A fiend. Who made me so?
It was myself. It was I, not less than he. Why have you not avenged yourself on me?
I have left thee to the Scarlet Letter. If it has not avenged me, I can do no more.
It has avenged you.
I judged no less. And what would you have of me, touching on this man?
I must reveal the secret. He must know you and who you are.
To what end, pray?
I know not, but it must be done. He is in your hands. I will not beg for him. I see no good in letting him live a life of ghastly emptiness. Do with him as you will.
Even though it be the worst that can be done.
Even that. There is no good for him. There is no good for me. There is no good for you. There is no good for little Pearl. There is no path to lead us out of this dismal maze.
Woman, I could well nigh pity you. You had great elements. Had you earlier met a better love than mine, this evil had not been. I pity you for the good that has been wasted in your nature.
And I you, for the hatred that has transformed a just and a wise man into a fiend. Will you yet purge it out and be once more human?
prescribe such a purge, worthy physician?
Forgive.
Forgive?
If not for his sake, then doubly for your own. I said there could be no good for him or you or me, but it is not so. There might be good for you, and you alone. You have been greatly wronged, and you have it at your will to pardon.
I have no such power.
You have. Would you give it up, your only privilege?
It is not granted me to pardon. My old faith, Hester, long forgotten, has come back to me. It explains all that we do and all we suffer. You planted this germ of evil with your first step awry. Since that day, all else has been dark necessity. You who have wronged me are not sinful, nor am I a fiend. This is our fate, Hester Prynne. Let the black flower blossom as it may. Deal as you will with your minister.
So Roger Chillingworth, a deformed old figure with a face that haunted men's memories longer than they liked, took leave of Hester Prynne. Did the sun, which shone so brightly everywhere else, really fall on him? Would he not suddenly sink into the earth, leaving a barren and blasted spot where in due course of time would be seen deadly nightshade, dogwood, henbane, and whatever else of vegetable wickedness the climate could produce? Or would he spread bat's wings and fly away, looking so much the uglier the higher he rose toward heaven?
Be it sin or no, I hate the man.
I wonder if Mother will ask me what it means.
And do you know what it means?
Look, Mother. Look at my green egg.
What do you think it means, Pearl? Let me tell you. In green and upon your childish bosom, it has no meaning. But do you know, Pearl, what this scarlet letter is that your mother's doomed to wear?
Yes, Mother. It, too, is the great letter A. You have taught it to me in the horn book.
Yes, child. Do you know why your mother wears it?
It is for the same reason that the minister keeps his hand over his heart.
And what reason is that? What has the letter to do with any heart save mine?
Nay, Mother. I have told you all I know. Ask the old man. It may be he can tell. But you know, Mother. What does the scarlet letter mean? And why do you wear it on your bosom? Why does the minister keep his hand over his heart? What does the letter mean, Mother? Mother!
Silly Pearl. What questions are these? There are many things in this world that a child must not ask about. What know I of the minister's heart? And as for the scarlet letter, I wear it for the sake of its gold thread.
Hester Prynne had never before been false to the symbol on her bosom. It may be that a guardian spirit now forsook her, recognizing that in spite of his strict watch over her heart, some new evil had crept into it, or some old one had never been expelled.
Mother, what does the Scarlet Letter mean? What does it mean, Mother?
Hush, child. Go to sleep now. Sleep, child.
Mother, why does the minister keep his hand over his heart?
Hold your tongue, naughty child. Do not tease me, else I shall lock you in the dark closet.
Hester Prynne remained constant in her resolve to make known to Mr. Dimmesdale the true character of the man who had crept into his intimacy. While they talked together, the minister and she would need the whole wide world to breathe in. For this reason, Hester had never thought of meeting him in any narrower privacy than beneath the open sky.
Tell me a story, Mother.
A story, child. And about what?
Oh, a story about the man in black. How he haunts the forest and carries a big book with him. A big, heavy book with iron clasps. And how this ugly man in black offers his book and an iron pen to everybody that meets him here in the dark wood. And they are to write their names with their own blood. Then he sets his mark on their bosoms. Did you ever meet the man in black, Mother?
Who told you the story, Pearl?
An old woman. She said that 1,000 and 1,000 people had met him here in the dark wood and had written in his book and have his mark on them. And that old Mistress Hibbins was one. And she said that the Scarlet Letter was the black man's mark on you, and that it glows like a red flame when you meet him here in the nighttime. Is it true? Do you go meet him in the nighttime?
Did you ever wake and find your mother gone?
Not that I remember. But if you were afraid to leave us in our cottage at night, I would gladly go. Now tell me, Mother, is there such a man in black? And did you ever meet him? And is the Scarlet Letter his mark?
Will you let me be at peace if I tell you?
Yes, if you tell me the truth.
Once in my life, I met the man in black. The Scarlet Letter is his mark.
Oh, Brooke. Oh, foolish little Brooke. Why are you so sad? What does the brook say, Mother?
If you had a sorrow of your own, the brook might tell it to you, even as it's telling me of mine.
Is it the man in black, Mother?
No, silly child. You can see him now through the trees. It's the minister.
He has his hand over his heart. Is it because when the minister wrote his name in the book, the man in black set his mark in that place? But why does he not wear it outside his bosom as you do, Mother?
Go and play, Pearl. You shall tease me as you wish another time, but do not stray far. Keep where you can hear the sound of the brook. Arthur Dimmesdale.
Who speaks?
Arthur Dimmesdale.
Hester Prynne. Is it you? Are you in life?
Even so, in such life as has been mine these 7 years past. And you, Arthur Dimmesdale, do you yet live?
The spring has been later coming.
And with winter's chill still upon it when it came. Are you in good heart, Arthur? Are you well? I have worried.
Wherefore? And you, Hester, have you found peace?
Have you?
None. Nothing but despair. What else could I look for, being what I am and leading such a life as mine? Were I an atheist, a man devoid of conscience, I should have found peace long ere now. Nay, I never should have lost it. What good there was in me has all been turned to torment for my soul, Hester. I am most miserable.
The people reverence you. And surely you work good among them. Does this bring you no comfort?
More misery. Only the more misery, Hester. I have no faith in this good which I appear to do. It must needs be a delusion. Can a polluted soul purify others? And as for the people's reverence, would that it would turn to hatred and scorn. Can you deem it a consolation, Hester, that I must stand up in my pulpit and meet so many eyes turned upward to my face, as though the light of heaven were beaming from it, as if I were inspired by God, and then look inward and discern the black reality? I have laughed at the contrast between what I seem and what I am, and Satan laughs at it.
You wrong yourself in this. You have deeply and sorely repented.
No.
Your sin is left behind you in days long past. Your life is no less holy than it seems. Good works are witness to your repentance. Why should it not bring you peace?
Because it is a lie.
No.
There is no substance in it. It is cold and dead and can do nothing for me. Penance, I have had enough. Penitence, there has been none. I should long ago have thrown off these garments of mock holiness and shown myself to mankind as they will see me before the judgment seat. Happy are you, Hester, that you may wear your scarlet letter openly upon your bosom. Mine burns in secret. I have known the torment of a 7 years cheat. When I look into your eyes, you know me for what I am. No one else. For 7 long years. Had I one friend, even if it were my worst enemy, to whom, when sick of praise, I could speak the truth and be known as the vilest of sinners, then I think my soul might keep itself alive. That little bit of truth might save me. But now it is all falsehood, all emptiness, all death.
Such a friend as you wished for, with whom to weep over your sin, you have in me, the partner of it. And you have long had such an enemy, and dwell with him under the same roof.
An enemy? Under my own roof?
Arthur, forgive me. In all things else I have striven to be true. Truth was the one virtue which I might have held fast, and I did hold fast through all extremity. Save when your good, your life, your fame were put into question. Then I consented to a deception. But a lie is never good, even though death threatened on the other side.
What lie? Who has been deceived?
See what I would say. That old man. The physician you may call Roger Chillingworth. He was my husband.
I might have known it. I might have known it. I did know it. The first sight of him, and as often as I have seen him since. Why did I not understand? Mr. Prynne, you little know the horror of this thing. The shame, the indelicacy, horrible ugliness of this exposure of a sick and guilty heart, the very eyes that would gloat over it. Woman, woman, you are accountable. I cannot forgive you.
You shall forgive. Let God punish. You shall forgive. I will not set you free. I cannot bear the look in your eyes. All the world has frowned on me for 7 long years. It has frowned on my loneliness. And I have borne it all, nor ever once turned my eyes away from it. Heaven has frowned on me, and I have not died. But your frown, yours, I cannot live and bear your frown. Will you yet forgive? Will you not frown? Will you? Will you? Will you forgive?
I do forgive you, Hester. I do freely forgive you now. May God forgive us both. You're not the worst sinners in the world, Hester. There is one worse. That old man's revenge was blacker than my sin. It has violated the sanctity of a human heart. You and I, Hester, never did so.
Never. What we did had a consecration of its own. We felt it so. We said so to each other. Have you forgotten?
Hush, Hester. No, I have not forgotten.
Life had never brought them a gloomier hour. It was the point whither their pathway had so long been tending and darkening ever as it stole along. And yet, it enclosed a charm that made them linger upon it and claim another and another, and after all, another moment. And yet they lingered. Here, seen only by his eyes, the Scarlet Letter need not burn into the bosom of the fallen woman. Here, seen only by her eyes, Arthur Dimmesdale, false to God and man, might be, for one moment, true.
Be strong for me, Hester. Advise me what to do.
Is the world then so narrow? Does the universe lie within the compass of yonder town? Whither leads the forest track? Backwards to the settlement, yes, but onward too. Deeper it goes, and deeper into the wilderness. There, you are free. Is there not shade enough in all this boundless forest to hide your heart from Roger Chillingworth?
Yes, Hester. But only under the fallen leaves.
Then there is the broader pathway of the sea. It brought you hither. If you choose, it will bear you back again.
Cannot be. I am powerless to go. Providence has placed me here.
Providence. It is these iron men of New England who have kept your better part in bondage. What have you to do with them and their opinions?
I would still do what I may for other human souls. I dare not go.
You are crushed under the 7 years' weight of misery. But you shall leave it all behind you. You can leave this wreck and ruin, here where it has happened. Begin all anew. The future is yet full of trial and success. There is happiness to be enjoyed. There is good to be done. Exchange this false life of yours for a true one. Preach. Write. Act. Do anything. Save to lie down and die. Give up this name of Arthur Dimmesdale and make yourself another, and a high one that you can wear without fear or shame. Why should you tarry so much longer as one other day in the torments that have so gnawed into your life, that have made you feeble to will and to do, that will leave you powerless, even to repent? Up and away.
Hester, I must die here. I have not strength or courage left me to wander into a strange, wide, difficult world alone. Alone, Hester.
You shall not go alone. Did you believe that I would tell you go and not go with you?
Hester, I have not your strength.
This is my strength. This is my passport to the wild, free, lawless regions where others dare not tread. My teachers have been shame, despair, solitude. They have made me strong.
If in all these past 7 years, I could recall one instance of peace, of hope, of salvation that would yet endure. But since I am irrevocably doomed, why not snatch the solace of the condemned man before his execution? Neither can I any longer live without her. Oh, God, wilt thou yet pardon me?
You will go, and not alone.
I thought joy was dead in me. Hester, this is already the better life. Why did we not find it sooner?
The past is gone. Let us not look back. See. With the symbol. I undo it all. And make it as it never had been. Let's not have the wait. Till I felt the freedom. You must know, little Pearl. Our little Pearl.
I have been afraid of Pearl.
That was sad. But you will see her now with different eyes. Pearl?
Will she love me?
Yes. As I do.
I see her now. Oh, she is a beautiful child. Look how she's adorned herself. Pearls, diamonds, rubies could not become her better. She's a splendid child.
Indeed, she is splendid. But then she is her mother's child.
And yet I know whose brow she has.
I have a strange fancy that this brook is the boundary between two worlds, that you could never meet your Pearl again.
Hush. Come, dearest child. Come to us. Child, you are so slow. Here is a friend of mine that must be your friend also. You will have twice as much love as your mother alone could give you. Leap across the brook and come to us. Pearl misses something that she's always seen me wear.
Do what she wants, Hester. If you love me, do what she wants.
Pearl. Look there, in front of you. Bring it to me.
You come and take it. Come and take it up, Mother.
Take it up, then. That is what she wants.
She had flung the deadly symbol into infinite space. She had drawn an hour's free breath. And here again was the scarlet misery glittering on the old spot. So it ever is that an evil deed invests itself with the character of doom.
And now, scenes from the next episode of The Scarlet Letter.
I have a message for you from the man in black.
I see here and now our Father's glory. I hear the trumpets cry, arise, 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 and sing, O thy American Zion!
Madman! Deny that woman.
Hester, let me make a haste to take my shame upon me. People of New England, ye that have loved me, behold me here, one sinner of the world.
The Scarlet Letter was made possible by grants from the National Endowment for the Humanities, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Exxon Corporation, the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, and the Arthur Vining Davis Foundations. The Scarlet Letter is made possible by grants from the National Endowment for the Humanities, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Exxon Corporation, the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, and the Arthur Vining Davis Foundations.
A message for you from the man in black.
I see here and now our Father's glory. I hear the trumpets cry, arise, 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 and sing, O thy American Zion!
Madman! Deny that woman.
Hester, let me make a haste to take my shame upon me. People of New England, ye that have loved me, behold me here, one sinner of the world.
And now, part 4 of The Scarlet Letter.
One idle and rainy day, in an unfinished room in the Salem Custom House, I, Nathaniel Hawthorne, had the fortune to make a discovery of some little interest. I found the letter. The Scarlet Letter of Hester Prynne.
us bear its torture. Only a little longer. Only a few days longer, till we have left New England. The forest cannot hide it. The ocean will take it from my hand and swallow it up forever.
Do you know your mother now, child? Will you own your mother now that she has her shame upon her?
Yes, now I will. Now you are my mother, and I'm your little Pearl.
That was not kind. When you show me a little love, then you mock me.
Why is the minister here?
He is waiting to welcome you. He loves you, Pearl, and he loves your mother, too. Will you not love him? Come, he longs to greet you.
Does he love us? Will he come back into the town with us? And will he always keep his hand over his heart?
Foolish child, what a question is that? Go and ask his blessing.
Pearl.
I fear what lies ahead.
Fear not. In England, away from your life will be different for us. A ship now lies in port. In 3 days' time, she sails again for Bristol. We sail with her. The captain will keep our secret. He's beholden to me for tending one of his crew.
3 days' time? At least they will say of me I leave no public duty unperformed. 3 days hence I am to preach the election sermon.
Yes, preach. Do what you must, only let us leave here together.
And now this fateful interview had come to a close. The dell was to be left a solitude among its dark old trees, which would whisper long of what had passed there, and no mortal be the wiser. And the melancholy brook would add this other tale to the mystery with which its little heart was already overburdened, whereof it still kept up a murmuring babble, with not a whit more cheerfulness of tone than for ages heretofore.
It isn't a dream. Can it be I feel joy? 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 Please, God, let it not be a dream.
Exchange this false life of yours for a true one. Preach. Write. Act. Do anything. Save to lie down and die.
My life is free. I will go abroad.
As he drew near the town, the Reverend Mr. Dimsdale took an impression of change from the familiar objects and persons that presented themselves. It seemed not yesterday, not 1 nor 2, but many days, or even years ago since he had quitted them. It was the same town, but the same minister returned not from the forest.
I have been living a dream. Well, this is a dream. Nothing is the same. And yet it cannot have changed.
Mr. Dimsdale! Mr. Dimsdale? Mr. Dimsdale? Are you yourself?
Mr. Dimsdale? No, he is not here. I left him behind. Go and find him in the forest.
We are happily met, Mr. Dimsdale. Most timely and happily met, Your Reverence. I have begun to find my soul assaulted about my future happiness. Whether I was elected, whether I should find everlasting rest.
Do not fear what is fit or not. There is wine, corn, there is fruit, and you have hands. God save you, Sexton.
Mr. Dimsdale? Mr. Dimsdale, I've been thinking of you. And of your sermon. I am firmly resolved to what was it you said? To forsake the transitory pleasures of this world for the heavenly hope.
Pleasures of this world.
Oh, yes, tell me.
Hurry home. Say your prayers. Cling to your mother's skirt. What is it that haunts and tempts me thus? Am I mad? Or am I given over utterly to the fiend? Did I make a contract with him in forest?
Mr. Dimsdale,
Does he now summon me to its fulfillment?
I read your thoughts.
Then I'm fit for a gentle lady like yourself.
Reverend gentleman has made a visit to the forest. The next time I pray, allow me only a fair woman. I shall be proud to bear your company. I have friends there. I could present you to my prince and master.
Your prince?
Oh, come. You know who I am.
Madam, I did not go into the forest to seek a potentate. Nor do I at any future time design a visit there to gain his favor.
Well, why did you go?
To seek the Apostle Eliot. To rejoice over the many souls which he has won from heathen.
Well. I suppose we must talk thus. Daylight. You do carry it off like an old hand. But at midnight, Mr. Dimmesdale, in the forest, you and I, we shall have other talk together.
The wretched minister, tempted by a dream of happiness, he had yielded himself with deliberate choice, as he had never done before, to what he knew was deadly sin. A wiser man had returned out of the forest with a knowledge of hidden mysteries. The minister's own will, and Hester's will, and the fate that grew between them had wrought this transformation. At last he entered his accustomed room. Here he had studied and written, here gone through fast and vigil, here striven to pray. Here, on the table, was an unfinished sermon. He knew that it was himself who had written thus far into the election sermon, But now he eyed this former self with scornful, pitying, but half-envious curiosity. That self was gone.
Welcome home, Reverend Sir. And how found you that godly man, the Apostle Eliot?
Well, he is well.
You look pale. Perhaps the journey through the wilderness has been too much for you.
The fresh air hath done me much good. It hath brought me back to myself after so long confinement in my study.
Just so. But you will need my help to keep you in good heart.
I need no more of your drugs, good though they be, and given by such a friendly hand.
You must be strong to preach your election sermon. Would it not be better to use my poor skill tonight? The people expect great things of you. They fear that another year will come and find their pastor gone.
To another world.
Heaven grant that it be a better one.
Nay, I hardly think to tarry with my flock another year. In touching your medicine, kind sir, I need it not in my present frame of body.
I joy to hear it. Perhaps my remedies have begun to take effect. Happy would I be to achieve such a cure.
I thank you, kind sir. I thank you, my most watchful friend.
Left alone, the minister wrote with such an impulsive flow of thought and emotion that he fancied himself inspired, and only wondered that heaven should see fit to transmit the grand and solemn music of its oracles through so foul an organ pipe as he. However, leaving that mystery to solve itself, or go unsolved forever, he drove his task onward. Thus the night fled away, as if it were a winged steed, and he careering on it.
This is the glorious New Jerusalem. Gates of the pearl. Foundations of pearl. Streets and pavements of transparent gold. This is the glorious New Jerusalem. Let us not look back.
Look not back upon the way of the wilderness.
The past is gone.
Yonder is thy father's glory. What is a few hundred years when they are over? When millions of ages have passed, my glory is but beginning. The glory of my glory. The perfection of my perfection. Oh, blessed day.
Look your last on the Scarlet Letter and its wearer. Yet a little while, and she will be beyond your reach.
Look, Mother, I've got a feather the color of the sun. Look, Mother, everybody's here. Mother, there are strangers here. Why do they stare and point?
Pay him no mind.
Yeah, they're just pointing.
Pay no heed them.
Why are people in the fields? Why are they here today? Is it a play day for the whole world?
Aye, this is a day for rejoicing. Everybody has come from all over on purpose to be happy. For today a new man is beginning to rule over them. And so they make merry and rejoice, as if a good and golden year were at length to pass over the poor old world.
You violate the law! You abuse one of its sacred places! I'll have a shilling. Smoking's not permitted here.
Why does he smile at me?
He remembers you as a little babe.
He's old and ugly. I wish he wouldn't smile at me.
He cannot hurt you, Pearl. Let him smile at you if he wants.
Let him smile at you, Mother. You wear the Scarlet Letter, not me.
It's too small, it's motley. Give her that.
And 7 years in truth have passed, good wives. I felt it too, as if we stood at the prison door where Hester Prynne came out. She walked to the scaffold, straight as could be, holding that child. And we women standing there. And now, Goody Ingalls is dead. She and her daughter soon after. Ah, she had not the iron in her for these crimes. Hester Prynne sewed her shroud. The same needle fixed that letter to her breast.
Governor, Your Reverend, Sir, a blessing on the righteous colony of the Massachusetts on this election day.
Mistress, still shipping with us, are you? Hey, how's the little girl today? Not afraid of me, are you, little witch baby?
I'm not a witch baby.
No fear of scurvy on this voyage. What is the ship surgeon and this other doctor?
What other doctor?
You know who I mean, miss. Chillingworth, he calls himself.
He sails with us.
Aye. You must have known it. He knows you're leaving, for he's a close friend to the gentleman you spoke of. Him that is in peril from these sour old Puritans.
They know each other well indeed.
They're coming, they're coming.
Minister, look. God has wrought a miracle on him.
inside, Mother?
Nay.
But don't you want to see the minister? Is that the same minister that kissed me by the brook a few days ago?
Pearl, you must not always speak in the marketplace of what happens to us in the forest.
Was it him, Mother?
The very same.
I wasn't sure. He looked so different. Or I'd have asked him to kiss me now.
Hush.
What would he have done? What would he have said?
He would have said, "This is no time for kisses, child. Kisses are not given in the marketplace."
What mortal imagination could have conceived it? That divine man, that man of God, only a short while ago stepped from his study with scripture dripping from his mouth and took an airing in the forest. Ah, we know what that means, Hester Prynne.
What do you want?
So many pious-looking people, church members only. And yet, oh, how many times have they danced with me? And the minister, this saint on earth as people uphold him to be. And as I must needs say, he really looks. I find it hard to believe him the same man.
Go away.
There may be no wild garlands in his hair, no sweet music, but I've seen him.
I know not of what you speak.
Oh, come, Hester. Could you not surely tell whether he was the same man you encountered on the forest path?
It is not for me to speak lightly of a learned and pious minister of the world like the Reverend Mr. Dimsdale.
Fie, woman! Fie! This is but a trifle. When a woman knows the world. Do you think I have been to the forest so many times, and yet have no skill to judge who else has been there? I know you, Hester Prynne, for I behold the token. We may all see it in the sunshine, and it glows like a red flame in the dark.
I wear it openly.
Aye, about that, there is no question. But this minister...
When that God, to whom the earth belongs and the fullness thereof, brought forth his church into this wilderness, he gave this good land to you, to be your lot and inheritance forever. You have seen how he bore you on eagle's wings, and how he planted you as a choice and tender vine, and drove out the heathen before you, and how he tenderly nourished and cherished you in your infant state.
I have a message for you from the man in black. When he sees one of his own servants signed and sealed, so shy of owning to the bond as is the Reverend Mr. Dimsdale, he hath a way of ordering matters so that the mark shall be disclosed in open daylight to the eyes of all the world. What is it that the minister seeks to hide, with his hand always over his heart? What is it, Hester Prynne?
What is it, Mistress Hibbins? What is it? Have you seen it?
In you has been fulfilled the promise of the revelation.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the holy child. Now let me say freely unto you, you are the seed of that woman. To her was given 2 great wings, as of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness. Know thou, New England, the time of thy visitation. The Lord looks for more from thee than from other people. Thou shouldst be a special people, an only people, none like thee in all the earth. Now thou art like a great city set upon a hill. God provided for the woman, and thou, her seed, shall proclaim the coming of the kingdom. I see that the day is coming. I see that the day is here, when every month is harvest, every year is jubilee, every age is full manhood, and all of this is one eternity. I see here and now our Father's glory. I hear the trumpets cry, arise, 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 and sing, O my American Zion. The wilderness is glad for thee. The rose blossoms with peace and righteousness. The waters of divine influence are rich and deep. And now thou shalt be unto God a holy nation, and he shall advance thee as an eagle high above all the nations in the earth. For so long as salmon and sturgeon shall swim in New England streams, as long as the seafowl shall know the time of its coming back to Boston shores, as long as nature shall not grow old and dote, so long shall Christians be born here. And the Lord will rejoice in thee. And thou shalt leave this promised land as an inheritance to thy children, after thee forever. Amen.
They say, child, you are of the lineage of the Prince of the Air. Will you ride some fine night to see your father? Then you will know why the minister always keeps his hand over his heart.
I fear he has preached himself to the kingdom's very gates.
Where is the physician? His patient needs him.
Lean on me, sir. Thou art afflicted. Afflicted? Why, thou canst not disguise it. All the world can see. The world sees my affliction.
Chillingworth!
Nay! See, he is failing.
No. No, Mr. Wilson. The world does not see my affliction. Mr. Prynne, come hither. Come, my little pearl. Esther, come. Pearl.
Madman! Deny that woman. Cast off this child. Do not blacken your fame.
Esther.
Listen to me. You need not perish in dishonor. I still have remedies. I can save you.
Save thyself, tempter. You are too late. Esther, come hither and twine your strength about me. Lead me up yonder scaffold.
Had you sought the whole world over, there was no place so secret, no high place or lowly place where you could have escaped me, save on this very scaffold.
Thanks be to him who hath led me hither.
Hester, is this not better than what we dreamed of in the forest?
I know not. I know not better. So that we both may die, and little Pearl die with us.
For you and Pearl, it shall be as God shall order. He is merciful. Hester, I am a dying man. Let me make a haste to take my shame upon me. People of New England, ye that have loved me, ye that have deemed me holy, behold me here, the one sinner of the world. At last I stand upon the place where I should have stood 7 years past, with this woman. Her strength sustains me. Lo, the Scarlet Letter of Hester Prynne. Ye all have shuddered at it. It hath cast a lurid gleam of awe round about her. For there stood one in the midst of you, at whose brand of sin and infamy ye have not yet shuddered. But now, at the death hour, he stands before you. He bids you look again upon the Scarlet Letter of Hester Prynne. It is but a shadow of what he bears on his own breast. His own red stigma has seared his innermost heart. Stand any here that question God's judgment of a sinner? Behold! Behold! Behold a dreadful witness of it! You have escaped me. You have escaped me. May God forgive you. You too have deeply sinned. My little Pearl. Will you kiss me now? You were not yonder in the forest, but now you will.
Shall we not meet again? Shall we not spend our immortal life together? Surely we have ransomed one another with all this woe.
Yes, sir.
You stare far into eternity with those bright, dying eyes. Tell me what you see.
The law we broke, the sin here so awfully revealed. Let these alone be in your thoughts. Maybe it's when we forgot our God, when we violated our reverence each for the other soul. It was thenceforth vain to hope for a pure and everlasting union. God knows, and He is merciful. He has proven His mercy, most of all in my afflictions. Had these agonies been wanting, I had been lost forever. Praised be His name. His will be done.
After people had time to think, there was more than one account of what had happened on the scaffold. Most, but by no means everyone, saw the semblance of the Scarlet Letter imprinted in the minister's flesh. Some said, when Hester put the letter on, so did he. Or did old Roger Chillingworth cause it to appear by magic and poisonous drugs? Or did heaven show forth its judgment in a lurid A, gnawing from the minister's innermost heart? We put only this moral into a sentence: be true, be true, be true. The leech withered up as soon as the minister died. It is a curious subject of inquiry whether hatred and love be not the same thing at bottom. When he died, the leech bequeathed vast lands, both here and in England, to Pearl. The elf child became an heiress. Mother and child disappeared across the sea. The story of the Scarlet Letter grew into legend. Yet, one day, many years later, there was more real life for her here in New England than in that unknown region where Pearl had found a home. Here had been her sin, here her sorrow, and here was yet to be her penitence. As the years went on, people brought her all their sorrows and besought her counsel as one who had herself gone through a mighty trouble. Women, wasted, wronged, with the dreary burden of a heart unvalued and unsought, came, demanding why they were so wretched and what the remedy. And after many, many years, a new grave was delved, near an old and sunken one, in that burial ground beside which King's Chapel has since been built. It was near that old and sunken grave, yet with a space between, as if the dust of the two sleepers had no right to mingle. Yet one marker served for both. On a field of black, the Scarlet Letter, A.
The Scarlet Letter was made possible by grants from the National Endowment for the Humanities, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Exxon Corporation, the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, and the Arthur Vining Davis Foundations.
Ronnie, do you have a megaphone?
All the children, please come back to the tent. We have a lot of announcements.
I have no children here.
Okay, later on today, we're going to be doing the following. We're going to be setting up a produce market. Anyone who has had props, please, before they come back to the tent, leave them at the prop office as we planned before.
Don't leave them
Lots
on the
of things
set.
are missing and getting broken, so we got to have them up there, please. Would everybody please put the blacking on their teeth? There's a tube for each person with your number on it. Rub it in. Make it look really authentic, please. We want your teeth to look really bad. There were no dentists.
They
no
don't take
dentists
my
then.
face.
Oh, to brighten those days. That's great.
The extras are a combination of Newport people who live here in the community and Boston professional ones. They were chosen through, auditions, essentially, not really auditions, but looking at them and talking to them. And I did have something in my mind when I looked at them, is that I wanted a variety of looks, size, shapes, and ages, and I also had in my head some idea of the nature of this community and what it really would have been like, that it would not have had a lot of very old people nor a lot of, very young people, and that these were hardy people because the weak ones died. And so I did have a sense of a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the most exciting days of your life. You love being in this city, and that's what I want to understand. I'm using this over a sequence where Hester talks about all the great and good people that have come from all around to be here in Boston on this day. Lots of talking, lots of exchange, haggling over prices of things, getting pleasure out of everything that's happening. Once we did a scene where somebody said, "far out," and it was a genuine reaction, but it doesn't work for us, obviously, in 1642. So simple language, but actually exchange something. Actually talk to one another. Okay, but don't use slang. Are you all set? Action! Some of you come over this way. Come toward me. Come toward me. Come this way. Produce lady, come over here. Solid over here. Janice, bring your furs over here.
Forward. Come on, excitement. Go that way. Go that way. Go back over there.
Oh, I love masses of people. I wish there were more. I wish we had 3 times as many people as we had. But some of the actors hate them because you can never tell what they're going to do. And it's true. I mean, there are very few false moments in what we have, but there are a few. 17th century. I mean, what do you do in the 17th century? Well, one of the things you don't do is do double takes.
How was that? Is there anything? I don't know. I didn't see it.
The moments that are most exciting are not always the ones that you think are the most exciting. The day that I really felt it was when I was sitting with Diane before the set was really built, and the thing that had just gone up was the meeting house. And that was very thrilling because we'd done a lot of research on it, and we have drawings of it, and we knew what it was going to look like, and by George, it looked like it. And it was very exciting, and it was a little bit like, she was wonderful that day. She sat back, she said, "I feel like I've just backed into Ben-Hur."
What it feels like is, my God, here it is. It's really here. It's really got life. It's got straw, it's got pigs, it's got sheep, it's got people walking around in it, it's got a joiner's shop. All those things I talked about are here. And people are doing stuff in them, and it's very exciting.
Jerry Lynn,
Are we going to preset this
can
one
you
out?
please call down to extras, please, and have Ann and Jack please come up here with seam rippers and scissors seam rippers, scissors, and a couple extra shirts.
And bring seam rippers, scissors, and a couple extra shirts.
Is somebody from wardrobe here?
Are you the other wrestler?
Yeah. You got to teach me some moves, man.
Diane, would it be funny to have Harriet cheering the wrestling on?
Harriet, what's your language?
Now, is that enough people to come in? I mean, how many do you want?
Yeah, just make sure some go before Hester and some after Hester and tell them who's who.
See, now, the Indians we saw on Beacon Hill together, so they should enter together.
A little more sunburn, okay?
Let's try it and see what happens.
Well,
the actors are wearing radio microphones that transmit to these receivers. They're high quality, but they don't transmit very far. And what I'm looking at are the lights that tell me how well they're transmitting and how well the audio is modulating. And because this is a long dolly shot, we have to move these things with the camera.
I guess.
Meg is wearing a belt which has a pocket in it that has the transmitter in the small of her back. The antenna goes up her back and is pinned to the top of her costume in the collar. And then the microphone comes around to the front and is behind the A.
No, this goes to show you don't want to be in any time except 1978, bombs, pollution, and all. It's the truth. I tell you, I don't want to walk in all this mud and clean air.
You're moving slowly. If you walk, you may want to you continue on.
Okay, here we go, walking through.
Darling, you can go off this way.
Stand here and stop.
The wrestling match. Where's your mother? That man's pointing. Ricardo, would you point at Elisa, please? Over there. Yeah, just no, point at her. Yeah, we'll stage this later, but you're talking to some guy, just saying, look at those people, look at that lady with that funny thing, look at that. Have you ever seen anything like that? You didn't even see that in Spain, right? Okay. So, Elisa, mother, that man is pointing.
I've really enjoyed working with Elisa Raleigh, and watching her grow is just something sort of incredible. She came to me one day after being in, she goes home to Boston or around Boston where she lives, and I said to her, hi, Lisa, how are you? You having a nice, 5 days at home? She said, yes. She said, but, I found out something, Meg. I found out that when I'm at home, I wish I was here working, and when I'm here working, I wish I was at home. And that happens at 8. I thought, oh, I know that feeling.
Why are they here today? Is it a play day for the whole world?
Why are they here today? Is it a play day for the whole world?
And then here, Elisa, you see the blacksmith. Is the blacksmith here?
Yes, Grenville.
And you say, look, Mother, there's the blacksmith. He's washed his sooty face and put on his best clothes. And you laugh all the way through because he looks so funny, all dressed up. Usually you see him all black. And then
Do I laugh?
A lot during that, all during that speech.
Coyote.
It's a big yuck. Okay, can we try to walk this, please?
Ready to record anytime.
All work! Would all the extras get in position, please?
Okay, Connie. Roll tape. Roll tape.
Tape is rolling.
Slated, please.
321A, take one.
Okay, here we go. Action!
Look, Mother, everybody's here. Mother, there are strangers here. Why should they stare and point?
Pay no mind.
Yeah, they're just pointing.
Pay no heed, boy.
Why are people in fields? Why are they here today? Is it a play day for the whole world?
This is a day for rejoicing. Everybody has come from all over on purpose to be happy. For today a new man is beginning to rule over them. And so they make merry and rejoice, as if a good and golden year were at length to pass over the poor old world.
has to be in it.
You violate the law! You abuse one of its sacred places! I'll have a shilling. Smoking's not permitted here.
Why does he smile at me?
He remembers you as a little babe.
He's old and ugly. I wish he wouldn't smile at me.
He cannot hurt you, girl. Let him smile at you if he wants.
Let him smile at you, Mother. You wear the Scarlet Letter, not me.
Cut. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for the wrestlers.
You know, if this had been done just like a little story of adultery, I don't think it would be very important. In this day and age, who would care? But it is about, I don't know exactly what it would be in our time, that would be something that we would all, like child abuse. It is something you do not do.
And I think the Scarlet Letter is as meaningful today as it was before. I think it's meaningful, A, because the problem of a woman alone with an illegitimate child is certainly not a problem that has disappeared.
We've admired and envied the shows that have come from England that have been broadcast by the public television stations, which have been, I guess, about the best dramatic production we have here in America. And it seemed about time that we try and take one of our own American classic pieces of literature and dramatize it in a first-class way.
The reason for choosing is that it's about feelings. It's about people who have a stake in something. It's about people who pay dearly for what they want out of life. And that is fascinating to me, you know, because we all want something and sometimes get it and sometimes don't. And if the price is too high, then we back off. None of these people ever backed off from what they wanted. And that was wonderful to me. And I think Hawthorne thinks that's wonderful too.
Oh. Snow.